Welcome. In front of me is a Realme C67, and today I'll show you how you can enable and also set up your portable hotspot. So to get started, pull down your notifications by swiping down from the top of your screen, and then swipe down once again to extend the list of visible toggles. And here we should have our hotspot visible on one of the pages. For me, it is on the second page, as you can see right over here. So once you see this toggle, I recommend holding it if you're doing this the first time. This will quickly take you to the settings where you can then change, most importantly, your hotspot password, which by default is randomly generated. So I recommend removing this one just because it's not randomly generated, obviously, and not very easy to type in and remember. Once you do so, you can then type in your own new password, which will need to have at least 8 characters in length. That can be letters, numbers, doesn't really matter. Click on OK to save that change, and that's really the only thing that you need to change here. You have a couple additional options located here, which you can go over and customize them to fit your needs, but if you don't know what most of these settings do, I do recommend keeping them as they are, which will give you the most user-friendly experience, let's call it that way. Because by default, it's set to function with basically most devices. Although in here, it actually seems like we can't even change that. So, for instance, the AP band, which most devices have options for that. So keep it as it is. That's probably going to be the best course of action. Close this, and then whenever you want to enable your hotspot, find the toggle and simply tap on it to toggle it on. Now, there was a setting that automatically turns off the hotspot after period of inactivity, which is a very good option to have enabled, as if you're using the hotspot and you're done using it, at least from my personal experience, I would usually forget to turn it off and it would be running in the background, consuming more of my phone's battery, as that's basically what will happen. And if I'm not using it, there's really no reason for it to be running, so the device automatically will turn it off after like 5 or 10 minutes of inactivity, which obviously is a very beneficial thing. And in addition, I think on here, let's see, certain devices do tend to turn off Wi-Fi. So let's see if I toggle it on. Yep, so on this phone, if you enable your hotspot, it will turn off your Wi-Fi, as it's using the same antennas to broadcast the signal. So once you turn off your hotspot, it should automatically re-enable your Wi-Fi, or not apparently. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be actually turning it on, which is a bad thing. So just to point that out again, just so people can see, hotspot enabled, or not hotspot, I mean Wi-Fi. Toggle on hotspot, Wi-Fi gone. So that being said, once you're done using your hotspot and you rely on Wi-Fi, you will need to re-enable it, as the device does not enable it back up for some idiotic reason. This is the first time I have experienced this. Most devices, if you're planning to do that on other phones, if they turn off your Wi-Fi, they will automatically re-enable it. But Realme decided, nah, deal it yourself. So be very mindful of that when using hotspot. After you're done, it will automatically stay at using your mobile network, because Wi-Fi will not be enabled. So with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.